to a first look at Kriyastream, uh, a cursor-like product for PMs, whether you're a product manager or a project manager. Our goal was to give you a very quick way to get started with building your projects and products. And the way we thought we would do that is give you an assistant PM that can help you with things like instant work breakdown, smart estimation, work assignments to both human and AI team members, and help you with ongoing optimization with your execution plan. And of course, help you with some governance and support along the way. So to take a look at the app, when you first log in, you arrive at a directory of project templates. These are some sample templates that we've created for you to help you get started. There's a lot of detail in each of these, but just to kind of give you a lay of the land, yes, there's a project template. You can pick a project plan to get started, and you can clone this as a real project and get going. Here on the left-hand side, I'll show you a little bit more. Here you can see a list of projects that we've already created. Actually, these are some of the templates that we've already built. If you want to browse one of these projects in a more traditional view, you can see the project in a work breakdown with a full plan with dates and effort estimates already done here. A really cool thing about Kriyastream is that you're able to tie work breakdown to effort and cost estimates, so you understand the true value and ROI from AI, as well as your team members working on these projects. So I can hover on a lot of these to see who is working on which part of the project. If I want to see more of a project level summary, I can hover on the project header. There are multiple views in here. I can switch to perhaps a Gantt view. And it's very interactive Gantt view. You can drag, drop, and create things. But the most exciting part of the app is really the assistant that we have built in. So here I can kind of pick a model, and I'll do some basic things like I can ask it, who am I, just so I know whether it recognizes me in the context of the project and the app, and understanding how it can assist me in my role as I engage with the project plan. So it says, this is who I am. I'll say, tell me about my team. And then it's going to tell me a little bit more about my team. While it's doing that, I also wanted to show you that we're really proud of being able to offer an MCP. So you can directly add Kriyastream MCP to your cursor. So this is really good when PMs are working with their dev teams, and devs want to just keep working and executing. And as they finish tasks, they can just, from cursor or from Claude, they can just tell Kriyastream agent to kind of really just update what they've done and provide more details, and maybe even provide additional work breakdown for tasks that weren't even part of the original plan. So that way you can always keep up with scope and feature sets. But here's a quick example of what you see when you're interacting. And of course, you can kind of go into multiple modes here with chat. If you just want to go into full chat mode, you can go with a fully expanded chat mode, or if you want to go in a Copilot mode, you can kind of do it side by side. This is starting to tell me, what my organization is about, what my team is about, what are my team's services and capabilities and roles. I can ask more things like give me a summary of the project. I can even ask for things like, assess some risks in the project, give me examples of work breakdown that may be missing, give me scope for optimizing the schedule, the scope of the project, prioritization. And we've kind of taken a lot of that grunt work of having to manage a huge, laborious sort of way in which you manage a project plan with hundreds of tasks and multiple phases, to have an AI actually do a lot of that work for you. So yeah, this is like the core of the product, but I'll show you the back end of this, which is really the administration. because when you first log in, we set up a lot of things for you behind the scenes, but of course you can change a lot of that as you browse the app. So on the left-hand side, when I again expand the left rail, I can actually see my team. I can add other teams, or I can actually click on the team to see the configuration of the team. So I can change the name. This is actually interesting. I get to see a list of capabilities. So these are things that we set up for you, or you can change them later to say, these are my team's capabilities. And for each of these capabilities, these are the roles that we can assign to our team members. Now, you're configuring this at the team level, and when your team members show up, they can be assigned certain roles, and you can go one more level deep to say, these are skills that I want to assign. We don't have any skills assigned to that particular role, but we also set up a rate card for you, because every employee working in every organization at the end of the day has a rate card associated with them, whether that's disclosed to you or not. That is the cost of doing business. So depending on what the payroll is, there's a cost and a revenue rate card that tells you, how the organization can be really profitable and have the ROI. So here you can kind of see some of the rates that we've already set up. And this goes from profession to service to experience level. Depending on a location and depending on the engagement, you can have a cost and a revenue rate. You have the ability to manage multiple locations, onboard multiple team members, and then kind of assign different roles to each of them. And then you have agents. By default, we create a few agents for you for Kriyastream, and then in the future, we'd love to have more agents that help you execute work directly from the app. And then you have other things like basic settings you can set up for how you like to manage, experience levels, types, rates, just basic settings. And of course, you can see your usage and billing, and you can always switch to a different plan from free to pro to team. You can also invite other team members to your organization, or invite them to Kriyastream as well. You can always go back to your assistant, which is always sitting in the right rail, and you can continue your conversations. You can look at the history of your chats, and you can go back and continue a conversation. And as you're browsing, you can keep working with your agent that will always be there to help you with your tasks. So anything you can do in the traditional SaaS view, you can also do with the agent, and ask the agent to do everything from creating and assessing rate cards to capabilities to roles, all the admin features, versus just actually looking at the project plan, optimizing the project plan, improving the plans. So there's a lot in here, but I hope you enjoyed this first quick look at Kriyastream, and more to come soon.